Okay, good evening, everyone. My name is Mr. Murray Nelson. I'm the CEO of VisionX Limited, and I'm here to share with you what I'll be doing this week. So, today is a face-off day because I'd like to share one or two important things with you. Every Sunday, um, during the hours of the evening, I try to look into my chart and just try to find what how the charts will be like. So first of all, I'll start with the dollar. And what am I looking at dollar? I try to do something at the end of every week. I don't care the analysis I've done. I try to erase all my charts so that I will not be caught up with emotions and every other thing when I'm trading. Again, so I just do a fresh analysis and check where we are, how we're doing, and how the market is treating us. Yes, so this week I will be looking first at the dollar and try to to check whatever has been happening in dollar, which you can see that we're making higher lows, as in we have been bearish on the dollar until we got this breakout last week. So I'm on the 4-hourly chart. I usually look at the 4-hourly chart, but before then I go to the weekly. I start from the monthly. A lot of people fail to check their monthly charts and actually see what is really happening. Well, no matter your strategy, it's imperative that you check the month and how many days remain the month and see how your trades as in the what's it called, the direction, or what do I put, how do I put it, how the market has been trading and has been going throughout the month. And as you can see, the month of March has been bearish. February has been bullish for the dollar. Are you guessing that was what took some assets down in the month of February? Like the dollar pairs took them down in the month of February. But this week we'll be concentrating because I need to be like at least 95% accurate, because I really need to. I have a target I need to meet this week, and one or two things I have at hand. So I'll try to be at least 95% accurate, because my strategy is that I'm a swing trader. Aside from being a swing trader that swings up to, like, as a swing trader, I take trades and go for days, even for sometimes weeks, or even sometimes in a month. But because of my activities this week and engaging some Vision X mentees I have right now that I'm training to become professionals like me, so that we can at least build a team for ourselves. I am actually, trying to, scalp, not just scalp. Let me not even use the word scalp. As a swing trader, I can also swing and day trade during the day, even though it's 50 to 100 pips, because usually I go for 200 to 1,000 pips swing trades. I get me. That means I have to wait for my 4-hourly structures to form. Wait for a proper break and retest, not an like, even I'm not even an aggressive trader, I'm a conservative trader, because even out of my after break and retest of my patterns, I usually wait for. So after a break, instead of entering aggressively, I wait for a retest and even go as far as to down to the 15 minutes to find the reversal, back to the upside, and make sure it holds on the 1-hourly, and I can take my trades, enter at least I use at least 100 pips stop loss. I'm not the kind of guy that will tell you that use a tighter stop loss. I'll tell you that for risk and money management, use at least 2 or 5% of your account, so that when you use at least 100 pips stop loss, you know that you are losing just 10% of your portfolio. And 10 out of 10 out of the time, my analysis, when you wait for perfect break of structure on the 4-hourly chart, break and retest, and you wait, even confirm it on the 15 minutes or the 1-hourly chart, depending on the time frame you are trading from. If you are trading on the weekly, it's imperative that you wait for your daily break. And I have a strategy like that also. I have the buyers that I mentioned, is it 644 or something like that. Whenever I'm trading on the weekly time frame, I use the daily time frame as my price action. Whenever I'm trading on a daily time frame, I use a 4-hourly structure for my price action. Whenever I'm trading on the 4-hourly time frame, I use the 1 hourly chart as my price action. Whenever I'm trading on the 1 hourly chart, I use 15 minutes for my price action, because whatever this market is actually doing, definitely there are only three scenarios. It's either it is doing what's it called, higher lows, higher highs to the upside. Are you getting higher lows, higher highs to the upside, or it is consolidating within a range? Are you getting it? Or it is actually, doing this to the downside. Whether I like it or not, all these things are called accumulation to either break and retest and drop, or a market is actually doing this to the downside to actually, one day break their retest and, come back to where it's coming from. So since this is pure market structure, I don't see why. I was arguing with someone someday, I think yesterday, something like that, a trader like me, and we were arguing about, what was the base of the argument? The base of the argument was that, um, is it possible that someone does not lose money in trading, as it does not even lose a trade? Is there any trader that does not lose money in trading? And I told the person that yes, it's possible that you don't lose a trade if you know what your areas of values are, and you are trading from your areas of value, align your chart patterns to form your areas of value. Are you getting it? And always waiting for a break and retest, and not going less than the 4 hourly chart to wait for your chart patterns to form. Like I'm waiting on NZD and getting it, waiting for a break and retest. Are you getting it? But instead of turning this into, for this to be longer in case of people that really needs to watch, let me just tell you that I am trading just Euro USD and gold this week. So I'm trading just Euro USD and gold this week. So if I'm trading Euro USD and gold, I'll look for one of my gold and just delete everything I have on it. Are you getting it? So I have something I'm working on already, which I first of all, let me delete everything. I don't care. I can always do my this is again. So first of all, since the dollar, I have this on the dollar, I will also check if there's any buyers on the monthly or the weekly that can signify that this market is really exhausted. As you can see, gold on the weekly, we have a big divergence on the dollar also, because the dollar is, if you look at the dollar, you can see that there's a lot of divergence, except you use Euro USD for your, gold tends to, sometimes when it becomes bullish, it becomes extreme bullish, that it does not flow with the dollar. And I was telling my mentees some days ago that I think the gold is 1 week ahead of the dollar. Are you getting? So I will explain better with Euro USD. For now, let me check whatever I have on gold and why I think that gold is on a downtrend and is not breaking up yet. Are you getting? Because if you check with Fibonacci retracement levels, yes, we went to the 0.5 and bounced. We'll go back to 0.382. I have a strategy I use on my Fibonacci, a Fibonacci secret. Are you getting it? I use also. If you're really going to, reverse to the upside, you are supposed to at least break my 0.382 to the upside. Then when I know that you're coming back to retest 0.5, I know that definitely this is a reversal. I'm using the monthly, and a lot of people don't check on the monthly like I've told you before. But since this video is not just a top-down analysis video alone, but an educative video for my mentees, I am going to, just dive into the chart and see whatever the dollar is doing. Yes, we are binging 0.5 retracement already. Or is this over? This might actually be a consolidation phase on the dollar or something like that, because definitely if this was a bullish confirmation, that means that we are supposed to bounce back from 0.5 to the upside. So for us to analyze whatever we're saying on what's it called, on the monthly time frame, come down to the weekly time frame to check whatever is happening. And as you can see, why did I draw this what's it called, this on the higher time frames because this rectangle, I try to find my areas of value that this trade might hold from. That's why I drew this. So I found this connection. So sometimes I use lines to find the connection between whatever is happening. And the last one I can see resistance. Try to break above within some few months. Broke down again and found resistance again before we finally broke out to go to the upside. Are you getting it? So I can use my brush to analyze what I said. These are good areas of values. Are you getting it? That we're supposed to come back to retest. With that being said, I don't think we're actually bullish on the dollar yet or a reversal on the dollar yet. So for that reason, I would delete all this and drop to my lower time frames to find out whatever is happening, probably employ more tools or more confluences. So for that reasons, as you can see, our last areas of value, our last low was this. I guess our last low was this. Last major low was this. Are you getting it? And I take weeks as breaks. Are you getting it? We are not supposed to break this according to my PD range strategy. I have a strategy called PD ranges. If you know you really want to reverse, just come to this area and don't break it for me. So since you broke it with a week, even though you reversed, I am not convinced yet, because if you have not broken this last area of value on the weekly, I would have been convinced that probably will form a short pattern, probably a bullish short pattern, because this was actually a morning star on the weekly. But we didn't break this 0.36 on my Fibonacci secret I told you before reversing to the downside. But since we are on a downtrend already and we broke out of a weekly support and resistance already, which we have retested perfectly well. So if I should get this out of the line, and so that I've turned this to an educational video already. So probably I'll just do, after this, I'll just do a weekly, what do you call it? A weekly on the analysis on just gold and EURUSD for those people that will not have patience to watch this, since they are not my for those students that are not my students. Are you getting me? So if we can have this on the weekly on the dollar, that's to tell you that definitely we have been on this support on the weekly support, which we broke out from and we tested, and definitely we are supposed to go down again. And if I am to check whatever happened on this break, because I told you that weeks I consider them as a break. So if this is a break of structure, that means that definitely we are reversing by 0.32 or 0.30. Are you getting it? So is it 30% retracement? We check our fib well, probably it's 30%. And if I'm to analyze this, that's to tell you that gold is still going to go higher. And if truly we are broken out and we are retesting, well, definitely we will not confirm that yet until are you getting? So if I bring this, if we are reversing from here and we break this previous coming, definitely if we reverse from 0.382, definitely we'll get to this what's it called? Is it true? Sorry. Get this off. I wanted to use this 786 retracement level. This is where we're coming to. Does it correspond with any area of value? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not necessarily, but this is a major resistance. For that being said, I will just undo all this and we'll come back to probably where we are. So the only way I can confirm that this is actually a break and retest on the lower time frame, a break and retest on this is if we break this lower low again. So if we can break this lower low again, I guess, and then I know that dollar is in trouble to our next area of value on if you are flowing with the market actually to this S10, because this was where we got what's it called, I don't know, whatever you call it, a W part or a copper handle that has a left copper handle that broke and retest and broke a structure again. So it's imperative that no matter the extension, come back down to retest all these areas, $96 areas before reversing. So there are a lot of strategies I'm looking out for. But with that being said, I'm just going to flow the market because I'm not going to predict months and months of price action based on my strategy, but I'll just learn to flow the market. So if we are really going to hold this area as an important area of value on the weekly, sorry, which is, I told you that higher time frame tends to hold. So until this is broken, not forming a double bottom on the weekly that might take us and break us above these areas of resistance and, retest and go back to 0.5. Are you getting it? Go back to where we started from. Are you getting it? Until then, I am still just going to flow with the market with whatever I see here. So with that being said, I will just drop. So now comes my gold. Probably I will just cut this part out. Now comes my gold and Euro USD analysis. So whatever is happening here right now, we definitely need to come back down here. Are you getting it? Whatever is happening on dollar, definitely we need to come back down here because we actually broke this last, I can call this that this is a I don't consider this as a what's it called, an impulse or retracement. I don't consider that as this is my major impulse or retracement. That's what we got a retracement to the downside supported by my trend line. So dollar right now, we broke out of this trend line and we tested perfectly, but we broke by this thing. That's why we are retesting the trend line coming back down. So the only way that dollar could survive is if we come back down here to retest this, not just by rejection to the upside you are saying. So definitely, if I have done dollar analysis like this, that we must come down here, that means I can actually go to my Euro USD right now. I'm sure about whatever I'm doing there. So on my monthly on Euro USD, you can see that like I told you, I don't care whatever happens. I usually delete all my analysis for the previous week and start over again. So on the dollar on the monthly, as you can see on the dollar on the monthly, if I'm to analyze this, the euros has been on the massive time frame because we are in this range previously, then we came down, then we broke again. So Euro USD has been trending to the upside until we break below this before I know that I'm bearish on the on Euro USD of the dollar superseding Euro USD. With that being said, on the monthly, I now know that my direction is that a buyer of Euro USD. So what are Euro USD been doing for some time now? Are you getting it? Euro USD has been finding resistance, as you can see, even finding an area of value. You will have support that broke and turned resistance. Are you getting it? They will change character to the downside again. So it's imperative that we definitely need to come and test our higher time frame, what's it called, trend line, to see if we can find support and resistance, which means that Euro USD might even extend from 7.590s right now and even go to as far as you get in 1.5 area. So if I should, zoom this out and check whatever is happening, if I should take all these guys off, again, if whatever is happening, that even though this is a breakout structure, are you getting it? To the downside, definitely our Fibonacci retracement levels should, tell us whatever is happening. So right now, as you can see on the monthly, we are actually, finding on resistance on the 0.5 level, but are we going to break it and come all the way to a 0.618? That's what we're about to find out. And the only way to find about that is, drop down to the weekly. So first of all, what happened? We have a previous support here, torn resistance. Are you getting it? So now we're having resistance. Are we going to break it? Is the weekly showing us anything? No, because this is a reversal to the upside on EURUSD actually, because we have a break of structure to the downside on the monthly. So if this is just a reversal to the upside, and definitely we have not actually broken down for our major, since this is an impulse and this is a retracement, we've actually not broken our higher low on the lower time frame. So I'm still bullish on EURUSD no matter what, even though this is a break of structure, because we might actually be reversing entirely EURUSD if this is actually an impulse to the upside. So if I should check whatever is happening here, our last result of 0.786 is where we actually reverse from. So we reverse from here. So if I could draw this properly, if I could adjust this properly, this might be a reversal back to to the upside to create an impulse again on EURUSD, taking us to about 6,000 pips to 6,000 pips into the future. So we're only 759 already. So are we really going to break out of this trend line? That's what we're about to find out in months to come. But for now, we are trying to swing days, weeks, not months. Are you getting? So with that being said, this is a break of structure to the downside, because this was the last low since we started coming down, and we came retested. Are you getting it? And if we could actually find out if this was a trending market to the downside, we might actually use our Fibonacci retracement trend fib extension level to find out that, okay, since this was a break at this area and we tested, does it correspond? Yes, it corresponds. That's why we got a retracement of 0.786, because we actually did what's it called? Check. You can see that we actually reversed from 0.6, 0.5 or 0.618, and this is completely a downtrend for 0.5, and we tried to come to 0.61, but we didn't. That's why if my mentees knows I will be saying something that if you really want to find out if you are trading and you are here on a particular day, are you getting it, and you are seeing this area, that's why it's good to trade from areas of value. Look at, this is an area of value that if you employ your Fibonacci retracement tool, you see that we retrace from 0.5 and on an area of value. So people that traded this period as December 2018 to January 2018, 2017 to 2018, and even came and traded from here, would have even traded an impulsive move to the downside on EURUSD, and they might even remain in this market from June 2021 all the way down to October 2022 for position traders. A lot of traders might have taken this, so definitely the EURUSD is still bearish. Are you getting it? But overall, on the monthly, we have an area we need to break for us to be bearish on the monthly. So until this area is broken, I'm bullish on I'm bearish on the weekly, I'm bullish on the monthly, and the higher time frame supersedes the lower time frame. So until you get here on the monthly, we are bearish on EURUSD. With that being said, let's since we know that we are bearish on the weekly already, I guess because of that break of structure to the downside, I will perfectly hit 0.786. That means that if we've done an ABC move here already, as you can see, if we've done our ABC move here already, I guess what does it say? After an ABC move, we actually sometimes retest or even break above the what's it called, the B before, like normal waves. What I learned about waves, usually break above or come back to find our resistance. So definitely if this is what is happening, definitely we might be on our way back to our what's it called, resistant trend line from the monthly. Are you getting it? Or probably even break it and come to our main area of value, since we had 1, 2, 3. Are you getting it? So this is an area of value that we might actually come back to, which is about 2,500 pips from where we are right now. So my bias is still telling me that flow with the trend, and no matter what happens, I guess, and even though the weekly is bearish and this is a break of structure, I tend to flow with the trend. And if I'm flowing with the trend, I'm always right when I'm flowing with the trend. So I'll drop to the daily on the lower time frame, and not try to use my Fibonacci again. Not try to use my Fibonacci again. Just flow with, because you can actually say that, okay, we have a lot of areas of value. I guess, so we have a lot of areas of value. How are you going to, take this area of value and say that, okay, this is our most important area of value, or this is our most important area of value, or this is our most important area of value? If you do that, you might be wrong all the time. You might be wrong. So what you do is just flow the market. Use the hourly or the daily chart to flow the market, because this was actually a downtrend. Are you getting it? That actually broke out. If you draw this well, are you getting it? Actually broke out in this since October. As in November, October, November. Yes, you watch my November video, you see that we broke out, and since then we have been into the upside. So I don't look at the back whenever I'm trending the market. So the last thing I could see on this market was this guy. On the last area of value I could see was this place when I was flowing with the market. So, and it was not too clear, and we're broken already. We're in an uptrend on the weekly, and I'm aiming here right now. I've been doing top down analysis from the monthly, and I'm aiming on this trend line. That was 1.1620. That's 1,600 pips, and we are still at 0.759. So I am not letting my bias change already. And what does that tells me on the 4-hourly chart? I don't drop less than the 4-hourly chart. And on the 4-hourly chart, we had this previous retest. I guess if you draw it very well, you see that this was a previous, what's it called, resistance we had that we broke out from. So if I should extend I don't usually extend my rectangle much. But if I should extend my rectangle, you will see that we actually did something like a W pattern break and retest strategy here that broke us to the upside. And since then, we have been above this area of value. We came back, we tested, we broke structure again, forming on that higher high. Are you getting it? Before we got this, what's it called? We now have another area of value that is resistance on the upside. If you can see there, let me zoom out. So I usually trade from areas of value. Areas of value, very important. So I can actually say that this was our last area of value that we got this from. So if I should draw this well, if I should draw this well, if I have drawn this well, this might have told me something that I'm saying here. So if I have drawn this well, based on opinions are important, but I've got into areas of value right now. So I'm just going to delete this, delete all this. Are you getting it? So my students should be able to watch, not just analysis. My students should be able to watch what I'm doing here. Are you getting it? Because when we got this higher high, we've broken above this. This was our last higher high. Are you getting it? We came and did a retracement and got an area of value couldn't break and did on that higher high. Are you getting it? So we have two higher highs. We have to retrace. When we retrace to this area, okay, if I should get this out. Now, this is my most important area of value. Break this down, they will know we're going down. But for now, we're still trying to the upside. So I will not still consider this, but whatever I'm going to do right now is that this is an important area of value that we got support, that we broke down from and got resistance. I guess in it now we broke up, and this might actually be a fake out. So I'll be looking out from this area. Very important, very important. So I will not get carried away by whatever I'm trying to explain further after this right now, because if I should adjust this very well, this is an important area of value that we got a triple bottom. And you know what triple bottom means. Whenever I get a triple bottom, I believe that we're going to come and take this out. So overall, are we trying to the upside on the overall trend from the monthly? We are trying to locate we're trying to locate this on the monthly. Remember, I told you that we're trying to locate this on the monthly. So and on the weekly. So if that is on the weekly, sorry, on the monthly. So if that being the case, I'll try to use another bias and say that I will not still leave this area of value out, because for us to break down from that area of value and we'll have resistance, and I will break up and we are doing a fake out, I will watch out for whatever is going to happen here. I get in probably using, but before then, look at what I'm trying to show you now. This was a previous support. I guess and remember we're trying to the upside overall bias, previous support, and previous support. I guess in it. Now, what happened? We actually went up, came down again, formed a double bottom. And how do you confirm a double bottom? Is when we break above. That's some trending price action now. When we break above the previous double bottom, and when we come down, we are not able to break our double bottom. We had a triple bottom. A triple bottom, what does it do? It tends to break again now. If I'm trending this, I'll trend this to the upside. Are you getting it? Trend to this upside and say that we formed a higher high again, because it was the previous higher high on that higher high on that higher high again. So I'm trending to the upside. So until this is broken, this support is broken, before that I know that we're coming to the downside. But if this be the case, and that follow me, if this be the case, sorry for that. If this be the case that we have two scenarios playing out here that people might not be looking out for because they've not really done a top-down analysis like this. If this be the case of what is happening on EURUSD, that we have a previous support that we're broken down from. Are you getting it? And people think that probably is a triple bottom already also, that you're supposed to trend to the upside that we're broken out from, because if we were to connect this also, we've broken out from with a very good break to the upside. So I'll be looking out for this retest, are you getting it? And if we break below this, probably I'll be looking out for this retest. If we break below this again, I've invalidated my bias to go short to the downside. I get into come and retest area of value. But for now, I'm trending the market to the upside, because these are triple bottom that we definitely were supposed to, I will not be sentimental. I will not be sentimental. I'm looking for actually a really retracement. This was just a week. We are supposed to come and if use probably a candle. Now we'll be getting rejection on the hourly chart. I don't drop more than the hourly chart to determine my bias. I drop down to the lower time frame to trend the price action. So whatever I'm waiting for is a retracement from here, or from 0.61, from 0.5 or 0.618. So with that being said, I will just put my eyes on the 1 hourly chart from here and the 15-minute chart to find out whatever is going on. So if I am to not to make this trade to be very, very dirty, I guess in it, I'm just going to try and trend on my 1 hour or my 15 minutes or my 30 minutes. So I'm going to remain on my 30 minutes time frame. So I'm not trying to be emotional, sentimental. I'll just wait for any bullish chart pattern around here, either a consolidation that will have to break and retest, or no, that will tell me that whatever was happening is that my last two results, according to my strategy, I don't take my trade from here. I take my trade from here and put a tight, not even a tighter stop loss sometimes. I just slow the market. I look for any bullish reversal chart pattern that can take me up, not just jumping into a trade because I'm seeing a retracement. Any chart pattern, be it a head and shoulders reversal chart pattern, ascending triangle, ascending triangle on the 15 minutes or the 30 minutes, any chart pattern that is bullish to take me up again, because I try to trade. I don't trade blindly. So just give me either any bullish ascending ascending chart pattern, a head and shoulders pattern, just any chart pattern at all. I'll be waiting for until I get that. There is no entry for me yet because of the bias I'm seeing on the 4-hourly chart, that this might actually be, a fake out to the upside already, that were broken back into this what's it called, accumulation phase to take us back down here to see if we can hold it and start going back. And trust me, there is something I also have at the back of my mind. The more touches you have on what's it called, on an area of value, the more is likely to break. So if we come back down here the fourth time, 1, 2, 3, 4, I've done 4 already, fifth time, if we're unable to break back into this and go, definitely we might just retrace a bit, turn this back to a bullish case scenario and break this and start coming down. But overall on my DXY, that's why I told you that whatever is going to happen here. So be careful with whatever you're doing. We're supposed to come down. So if we're supposed to come down on EURUSD, we're supposed to come back up here. Are you getting? So I'm just going to flow the market. I'm not going to put sentiment into this market because of whatever I'm finding out already. I'm going to flow the market, look for my short patterns on the lower time frame, take advantage of the short patterns. So definitely, if I'm going to get a bullish short pattern, probably a head and shoulders pattern retest. I'm just drawing on, I guess, in it, retest and break, even come back to retest, then definitely I will trade only my short patterns on this kind of, if I don't get it, I will not enter. So these are things I'll be looking out for. If I don't get them, I will not enter. I'll probably do a W pattern, break and retest strategy. Are you getting it? Anything I see before I will enter because of this, possible fake out I'm saying. Again, so let's go get done with EURUSD. Let me go to gold. So on gold, on the monthly time frame, you can see that gold was on this impulsive move that brought us down. Are you getting it? And we are probably might be impulsing again on the monthly. Why do I say that? Is because definitely if I should use my monthly time frame to draw our last resistance, I'll put that we reverse from 0.5. So if we reverse from 0.5, this might just be an impulsive move, a retracement to the downside, so impulse again. So if this is true, if I play my trend fib extension level to see whatever these market makers are doing, we might actually be going for 0.618, 0.618 or 0.786. So I might just do this, but I don't draw things like this. I don't know whatever might happen in the market. So with that being said, we're talking about 2,189 pips to 2,300 pips. Sorry, $2,189 gold or $2,345 gold. So with that being said, let's dive into and see whatever is happening. On the monthly chart, on the you can see that March has been extremely bullish. Are you getting? We'll have 3 months of bullishness, which is 3 white soldiers. Are you getting it? On the monthly, and is there any bullish bias? Yes, we have a morning star, we have a bullish engulfing, we have the 3 white soldiers, and we have only February of retracement, and March has completely taken over February already. So I cannot be bearish on gold because overall on the monthly we're bullish, and the monthly time frame surpasses any other time frame, even on the weekly. So I'm just going to drop down on the weekly and find out whatever is happening in this market. So on the weekly, you can see that we're possibly doing a, we're trending to the upside because definitely, how do I know we're trending to the upside? Because we will have a higher low. Are you getting it? We have a higher high, we have a higher low. For us to break above this higher low with a very, very strong candle, are you getting it? Definitely, we are trending to the upside. So whatever I'm expecting right now is a retracement back to probably any area of value I can see on the lower time frames, then take advantage of that and continue to trend to the upside. So let me drop down to the daily to find out whatever is happening. And before then, let me take this what's it called, my Fibonacci retracement candles off. So whatever I'm saying here right now is that if truly this is a a higher high, we have a break of structure already. Okay. We have you see a daily break of structure. So let's say we have a daily break of structure. I guess and so definitely after every break of structure, whatever happens, we are to have a retracement to the downside. I guess and so how do we confirm this is a retracement? We go to our lower time frame. If this is a retracement to the downside, definitely we might be retracing 0.5. That's $1,900 area. I get 0.382 depending, but after this kind of retracement overall, what you see on the weekly, the retracement is supposed to be at least large. A very important, break and retest or something like that. That's my bias already. So if that be my bias, let me drop to a lower time frame. I'm seeing anything, I'm not seeing anything. I guess the only thing I can see is 1847. And aside from that, let me still drop down to probably my 4-hourly chart or my 8-hourly chart to see if I can see anything. If this is a double top already, I will not call this a double top already until a structure is broken. I get it. So until a structure is broken, the last area of value I can see here, I don't know, I cannot consider any of this, but the last resistance we had here was that we broke, we were even expecting to come down from, was here. I guess we broke this resistance. We broke the resistance and we tested it, and immediately we came and where was the resistance that broke? Where was the structure that broke this higher time frame? This was the structure. So I'm expecting a drop down back to 1,900, 1,000. What's it called? A drop down to all these areas before we can impulse. So if I can take this as my what's it called, area of value on gold, and since this is a higher high, we might be exhausted already. But how do I find out that we're exhausted already? Is by dropping to my lower time frames to find out if we're exhausted already. So let me go to my 4-hourly chart. If I'm seeing anything that shows that we might be exhausted already. So this was our last high. I guess in it, and we are here to break our last high. I guess in it. So since we are not breaking our last high, and that means I'll drop down to my lower time frame. I get in to see if there's another shift to the downside. So on my lower time frame, this is my 1 hour now. This is how you do top-down analysis. I'll take this as my last close. So, okay, let me employ something else so that it will be accurate. The market actually closed bullish here, started and reversed from there. So I'll take that, and we have 2 times now, 2 times rejected from that particular area. And since we are rejected on that particular area, we came up, we couldn't break, we came back up, and this, I will consider this a shift to the downside. That's why I told my mentees that I might be selling gold any moment from now. So this is a break of structure to the downside on the 1-hourly chart. I get it because we broke a structure. So definitely, if we're not breaking this on gold, I guess it will start shutting down. So whatever I'm looking out for right now, whatever I'm looking out for right now on gold is a break of structure to the downside, and probably swing it all the way down to 1,900 areas. Are you getting it? So definitely this is liquidity that needs to be taken. So this is liquidity that needs to be taken, and this is another liquidity area again that needs to be taken. Are you getting it? So I found liquidities here on the lower time frame. That's if we're dropping, or anything that makes us break above this. Are you getting it? I don't have a sell. I don't have a sell since this is my last resort. So I'm not going to draw a trend line. Probably I might use a trend line to connect whatever is happening here. I get into form probably a head and shoulders pattern. So I can consider this a head. sorry, our left shoulder and right shoulder and head that did an what's it called? Well, let me not. A lot of people just think a head and shoulder pattern must be straight, but sometimes you just have to employ something on your brain. So definitely, I am not supposed to be trading gold until we break below this trend line. So probably when I just come up like this, I guess in it, or even do 0.618, then come down, break it. Then once we can retest, now, okay, I have a plan. And what's my plan? Look at my plan is that if I don't want to lose money on gold, I guess in it, let's take this as an area of value. Okay, let's take this as an area of value that whenever this breaks again, we have been invalidated to go to the downside, because if we're really going to shift structures to the downside, that means that since we have a break of structure here, we just need to, probably not break the structure again, probably 0 point. So if I should drop down to my lower time frame to find out whatever is happening, you can see that sometimes if you do a very, very proper top-down analysis, you might actually be able to cash a very, very, very good trade setup. So this is a double top according to what I showed you on EURUSD. This is a double top already. Isn't it? How do I know that is a double top? We broke a structure to the downside. So since that is a double top already, probably I'll just take this, and on my 15 minutes time frame, I need a shift around, a bearish shift around these areas. Are you getting it? Around the 0.786 of the way up here. I don't care. Even this year you come to, I will not just jump into a trade and take as long as, how many pips is this? 1,000 pips. Gold is very, very fast. So it's not something that you can just jump onto. And I told you something that your lower time frame tends to fail. So my market maker might try to manipulate you. So I'm not going to fall for that. I'm just going to look for a bearish chart pattern around this area, what's it called, areas, before I can go short on gold. I get it, and I'll be more happy if gold can actually just come to 0.5, then come to 0.786. I get it. So how will I know if this will break is if I employ my trend fib extension level again in case it comes to 0.5 and hold. Are you getting it? So in case it comes to 0.5 and hold 0.5, then definitely we're coming for this last, because this was the impulsive move that we're still trading at. So PD ranges comes in now. My PD ranges strategy comes in that states that this level must not break. The moment this level breaks, this last area of value breaks. Are you getting it? That's when I know that gold is definitely coming back to 1,900 areas again. So I have two areas of value right now. And what are the areas of value? These are okay, that's not even an area of value. I think this is my area of value that I've just found now on the lower time frame. So since we are trading in between this range, whatever happened in between this range does not concern you. So we have been able to use our area of value and our trend line to say that once this area breaks, that's when we'll start shorting. You understand? So whatever is happening here right now, we'll leave this to play out to see either we'll break this or break this to go long on gold. So we'll not be sentimental, or we'll not just jump into trades, but we can still at least scalp gold as we have a break of structure to the downside. Definitely this area must also from 1978 to 1986 is still a good scalp. So if I draw to my lower time frame to find out whatever is happening, probably on the 5 minutes, like what gold did last week, I can say I can even trade this. So whatever I'm expecting right now is gold reversing back to the upside on the 5 minutes time frame. I get it. So if we can retrace to the upside on the 5 minutes time frame, we can just take a trade by just waiting for probably a break and retest, because this is a pattern it has been doing. I guess it from 145 was Julian intro, so we break and retest, enter from 1979 to 1986. Are you guessing it? 1979, let me say 1980 to 1986 is 600 pips. So with 0.1 can give us $600, or probably to 1989. So 1979 to 1989 is a 1,000 pips straight. So I might be looking at this on the 5 minutes and trend it to probably 0.5. If we can get there, first take profit might be here, second take profit might be here, then trend that to the downside again if it gives us a bearish chart pattern, a bearish candlestick pattern to bring us down. So even after a bearish candlestick pattern, this is a lower time frame, it tends to fail. Yes, and so buys are the only. So for now, we buy. I guess in it until it fails, we take profit. I guess in it for now. So until then, we are in a very dangerous zone for gold to just decide if we're going to sell or we're going to buy. Again, so I am not going to be on my 5 minutes or my 15 minutes on my own. I'm just going to stick to my 1 hourly chart on gold and don't try to be sentimental. I get it. But if it's about scalping, I tend to be 95% accurate this week. I don't want to mess it up. I get it. I don't want to mess it up. I don't want to mess it up because I have a target to reach this week. So I'm going to end this here for now. If I have any other chart I want to look at, probably, yes, I think I have, what's it called, GBPUSD that we broke out from. Should I end this? Should I end this? Let me try and run down quickly on GBPUSD from the monthly. So on the monthly chart, as you can see, GBPUSD is on a downtrend overall, the monthly, but we still have not broken this. We've not broken, so we might be on an uptrend on the monthly already because we didn't break this and probably will have a double bottom there or something like that. So even though we had this extreme, I get it, GBPUSD can just reverse to the downside. So we are on a downtrend on the monthly already because this came up, broke structure, came to 0.5 to retest because this is a breakout structure. This is a breakout structure. I guess it broke the structure to the upside, taking all this down, then came back, broke it 0.5, came down again, broke structure again. I guess it. So breaking structure, broke structure here again. I get it. So we're on a downtrend on GBPUSD. And since then, we found an area of value. I saw this, I think, some years ago. We found an area of value here on GBPUSD. I get it. So definitely, this is even monthly or not even daily now. So we broke structure here again. So if we can just carry, we broke structure with this. We came back to area of value. We couldn't break. That was why we broke structure again to the downside. So is this a retracement? We don't know. We don't know yet. I guess is it a retracement or 0.5 already? We don't know yet until we drop down to a lower time frame. So weekly, let me go. Weekly, we came back up and I don't want to look at the back. I just want to follow the market. We came back up and it's not clearer. So I'll go to the daily and see what is happening. So the last resistance we have here on the daily is this guy. So since this is our last resistance, I will coming back up here. I don't know. But definitely on the weekly, whatever I saw was that we have this resistance that we did a fake out, broke it, but we faked out and went back up. So we continued on that phase. But you can see very well, you can see that on the 4-hourly chart, GBPUSD will actually happen. And this video is too long. This video is definitely long. We had a falling wedge that broke, retested, ISNet, and we are trying to the upside. So is it possible that we might be, this EMA? Is it possible that we might still be in an uptrend until we break this area of value on the 4-hourly time frame? So whatever we're having right now is that we might actually we're testing this, resistance that we broke, we tested, we formed a higher high again. So if this breaks, so whatever happened here right now is our an important area of value on the 4-hourly chart. So I'm just going to drop down to my lower time frame to find out whatever is going to happen on GBPUSD. So don't be sentimental. I've drawn some areas of value out for you. Are you getting it? And PD range, what's it called? Strategy. We must not break this because we are actually trending in between this range. Are you getting it? So as long as we might not break it and do probably a reversal chart pattern or any pattern, you understand, here, break and retest and go, break and retest and come down. So this is what I'm looking at for GBPUSD. I will not just jump into trades on GBPUSD. So it's either we're coming back to these areas of value of 2,400. I see my buyers on my previous videos or my my channel, or we're coming back to these areas of value. I guess I need to start trying back to the downside. If I should employ whatever is happening here, the 4-hourly chart, you can see that we're actually trying to the upside because this is an impulse, retracement, impulse. So we might be getting a retracement, the impulse again. So is this actually sitting on, so maybe an Elliott wave 1 to 3 that broke 4, and no, this cannot be a Elliott wave because we're not supposed to break. 1 is not, 4 is not supposed to break above 1. So it is an Elliott wave, definitely. Since 4 is not supposed to break above 1, isn't it? So I will take, should I take this off first? I will say that we'll reverse from here because if it's an Elliott wave, now this video is just too long. Will you guys have patience to watch this? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 is not supposed to break. 1 is not break above 1. So this. So if this is an Elliott wave, this is what we should have. Are you getting it? So let me bring back my area of value. So we're not supposed to break below this. This is an Elliott wave. So remember, we have PD range. I guess in PD range or something like, what should I call it? PD range is PD premium discount zone, something like that. So whatever, what do I have again? Okay, this is what I have for now. And we broke out of this already to signal that this is a continuation. Falling way is a continuation back to the upside. So this is where I took some trades from last week and got about 200 pips or even more, say 300 pips last week on our GBPUSD channel. On our channel, are you getting it? Because we actually broke above this higher, this what's it called? There was a break of structure that happened around these areas from here to here. I get an change of character, sorry, to the upside. Then we came back to return 0.5 from here. So did an impulse again. So are we going to do an complete Elliott wave back to our area of value? I guess in a major area of value. I'll be taking longs. I'm looking for longs, but before then, on the 15 minutes time frame, I need something on the 15 minutes time frame that will show me that we're going long. I guess it that will show me that we're actually going long, and this is not just trying to break down and go. So I have a lot of ways I look into this market to make sure that I don't make mistakes. I even get in. I don't just enter trades. I don't make losses. So this is very important video of GBPUSD, AUDUSD. Why I have something like AUDUSD. AUDUSD actually be on this falling wedge. I guess it's this falling wedge, and I'm looking at us coming back to breaking to the upside. We're actually not broken any area yet, so this might be a range for me. So I was thinking that we'll break above this resistance zone, which we tested, and we're shifting to the downside already. Because if I am to cut my 4-hourly time frame, this was actually a break of structure to the downside. I guess to the upside, break of structure to the upside, then we actually did a change of character back to the downside here. as you can see, we broke that structure and changed character to the downside. So if you're in a long position on AUD USD, that's why I said that this week we might be just swinging 50 to 100 pips so that we will not miss a lot of swing trades. Are you getting me? So definitely, sorry, sorry. Definitely, whatever we might be doing right now is, coming for 0.5 again, then take this market to the downside to, range between these areas of value. As you can see, range this market on AUD before finding a means, to shift again. I get in a shift to the downside and find a means to, break above these areas and change character to the upside. Then retest these areas of value and break this for us. I guess in it to retest, then phone can come here. So I'm looking out for something, anything like this, but I'm just speculating, GPUSD speculating. What is the change of character to the downside for me? I get it. So AUDUSD is in a downtrend back to probably our demand zone. So back to probably our demand zone. So God, what am I doing? I guess so we might be doing something like this. So that's AUD for you. Then NZDUSD monthly. This thing has been deceiving me. Let me show what is even happening from the monthly on NZD. So on NZD, hold on, NZD, we are actually on a downtrend. Is it on a downtrend? No. Impulse, retracement, and impulse again. I guess so. Since then, where are we? I can't judge this because we have to break this. But for now, we have a resistance here that we came back to, because this was a previous support outbreak and change character to the downside. Then we turned into resistance and came down, we broke structure again. We came up, we couldn't break again. And then definitely we came down, we didn't break. And have we been shifted since then to the upside? You can only find out on your weekly and your lower time frame. So on our lower time frames, have we shifted any minute, anytime, any day? Yes, because this was a break of structure to the downside. After this resistance, they came back up. It was a previous lower high. Then we came again, change character to the break structure to the downside, and now we've come and broken it. So definitely, we might just be trying to come down to the downside to shift again and break and continue going to the next resistance or something like that. But I cannot just dubiously speculate, so I will just go to my lower time frame to find out whatever is happening. I guess to me this is a change of character, so I might just put this here, say that this is a change of character. So I'm waiting for a retracement back to the upside. But change of character. So either is a change of character, and we actually did a break and retest, and we broke structure to the downside. Did we? Yes, we broke structure to the downside. Yeah, this is a broken structure because we actually broke structure. So this is a broken structure to the downside. So if this is a change of character to the downside, I guess definitely when you're supposed to do a 0.5 or 0.618 or 0.382, and we're 0.382 now, still struggling. So we're actually struggling for 0.382. Let me drop to my lower time frame so that I will not be deceived by sentiments or whatever is happening, because actually if this was still trying to the upside and how to change your character here, while we're reversing from 0.382 instead of 0.5. I guess this, that's why we got probably previously we got a head and shoulders pattern. I guess in it, I was expecting to break to the upside, it didn't break. I guess in it, then I continued and said, okay, until we break a previous structure before I know that we are bearish, but we are not breaking any previous structure. So something might just happen here. That's an ascending triangle. I guess in it. So I'm waiting for a break below and come down, or a break above and go up. So on NZD right now, we're not trading NZD until any of these scenarios happen, because actually I'll consider this as a parabola. I'll consider this as a parabola. I guess it I might have broken down from already, or I guess it I don't want to call that a parabola. I'll just draw. Sorry. There are many things you can use to determine your trade. I guess it I've broken down from any. I guess it from here. So let me not even draw a trend line. Let me just analyze this. We've not broken any previous structure already. Until you break, until you just shift to the downside formation, you know you want to come down and don't want to break above, and this is signaling that we're broken our parabola already. I guess it. Just break any structure, come back here so that you can break it. Just do anything. You have to break this last structure for me before I can be bearish. Break it for me. Go ahead and break on down for me. Then I know that I'm coming for 0.786 to continue to the downside. To be able to corroborate this by change your character to the downside. And if you do that to the downside, that means I'll have to go to a higher time frame and say that if it's reversing from there, use my break trend extension level and say that okay, definitely we're coming back to 0.786 on the bottom side of 0.382. So where did I get this from? Where did I get this two line from? Was there my chart sense? Don't get yourself confused. I get it. So I'll not put any line for now. I'll just flow the market as I'm saying. So let me just end this here. I don't know how long already, so that I can upload for my students to watch and see how trades are being done. Your very, very important chart patterns. A lot of people might have even entered long because of, we took a trade from here and we tried to break this to the upside. Are you getting it? We didn't take profits, which is very bad. Then we took a trade from here again. We tried to break this to the upside. We didn't take profit, which is very bad. And I should know better that nobody's above mistake. I should know better that for us to, break above this and confirm that we're going higher, we must break this previous low. Even though it's a liquidity, what's it called? Just break it, then retest here before we can go. These are only long right now on NZD NZDUSD. Without this, we're not going long again. So we're leaving our trades or break even. I took a break even last week because of this particular one I did not break. I was just capitalizing on that. We have a resistance. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 resistance. We can come back again, we'll definitely break it. The more touches on the resistance level, the more it's likely to break. So it's either you break down the short pattern for me, break this level, then we'll go and come down, or come for the 6th time, break and retest, and let's go. So I'll look out for these areas of value. I will not trade NZD for now. I'll concentrate as I'm concentrating on just Euro USD and gold, and probably any other pair out there. I'm seeing opportunities. I guess so. We have USD chef, USD chef. So having no. I'm not going to look at any other asset again. Trust me. I'm not going to look at any other asset again. I'm not going to look at any other asset again. This USDJPY. I don't want to look at any other asset again. Let's just trade. Let's just trade. Should I do USDJPY since USD is going down? Resistance. We broke down. We're coming back to this area of value. I think we should just end this here. It's enough. It's enough. Seriously. I don't want to take any. I don't want to take any. Hold on. This is what scalpers, the mistake scalpers make, and this is my last area of value, so I will not take any area of value again. So the only area of value I have again is this one on US. Somebody was asking about it, so probably might watch this. I guess or I should not even use areas of value. Let me just use structure. We came to the upside and found resistance. We came down, we broke structure with this guy, then we came up, broke structure with this guy again, broke structure. So we can take this off. We have a break of structure, this guy to the downside. So break of structure, still breaking to the downside. Break of structure, we have another break of structure again. Then we have another break of structure again. So this is our last range. As you can see, hence we broke structure. This is our last range. So I might be waiting for a retracement back to these areas again before shutting it down to the downside. So this is what we should be looking at from these areas, because we'll take this out. So since it's a 4-hourly chart, let's go to our lower time frames. So if we can get anything that is shifting us to the upside, yes. Our last structure, broke it, we tested, then we broke structure again. So we're trying to the upside. So it's actually a buy. It's actually a buy from here. Then from your last lower low on your 15 minutes was 0.7x. So no. Let's I don't trade this, but definitely I might scalp this from here. From here and take it 0.618. Are you getting it? That's about 130, 179 pips to 130. Still good risk to reward. Put your risk stop loss here, entry here, then try it to up here, because this liquidity you are seeing here, we might take all this liquidity out. Then before finding a bearish short pattern around here or here again that will take us down to our areas of value. So that's ending, and there's a little I can see on USJPY. Let me end this video here and upload this. Becoming too long, or it's very too long. It will be boring for people that don't have that patience to, like us, that is normal everyday passion to do analysis. I was always saying that I was doing only gold and the EURUSD, but right now I've done more than I can share. So I'll just end this here for now. So just say that, okay, since that's our last area of value, connect this to this. Does it correspond with anything? Connect all these guys. Are you guessing? So definitely we might not even retrace up from there. So if we can use our fib levels from here to here, I guess this market might just, since this is a falling wedge, this market might just come up here. Yes, it's corresponding. We'll come up here definitely, then come and find a double bottom. I guess then probably go to our area of value. Take this market up. Probably take this market up, break. Take this market up, break this, change character to the upside. Come back to retest it. I don't know. I'm just showing you how market works. Come back to retest our this thing, then take us to this area of value. That means it will go up. Then if that's a bullish case scenario, or definitely just come here. If we shift to the downside again, break structure to the downside again, this market will just continue breaking to the downside. So this is a bullish case scenario. So these are I trade. I wait for my important levels to either break structure, change character to the upside, and for now we are still bearish on EURUSD GBPUSD until probably will come back up here, then come and form a double bottom and then go, as I said before. So I still bearish on USDJPY. So I will try and trade it out and keep the JPY traders. But for now, my name still remains Mr. Amari Nelson. I'm the CEO of Vision X Limited, and we are coming very hot from behind. For now, take care and bye for now. Bye. Yeah, bye.